Well, Valentin, let me kick off with you on the Norwegian kroner. Now, what we also did is we looked at the correlation between NOK and oil, but this seems to move on the back of what Norges Bank has said.
Yeah, there was some concerns going to the Norges Bank meeting that the precipitous drop in oil prices, the fact that Norwegian inflation is still well below their target, could potentially make them somewhat more cautious in their outlook. Presumably, the headlines are suggesting that they kept their outlook little changed. So to the extent that there were some shorts in the market that were kind of betting on more dovish outcome, these are being unwound. I guess the biggest picture here still is oil, and again, oil. It's the case that for the FX traders, I would imagine the correlation that will matter really is the NOK and oil. Same with CAT, really. So any really kind of a rally in NOK will be likely sold into. So we kind of maintain a fairly cautious outlook on both oil and NOK in the near term. Yeah,
I think we're waiting some news on the easing bias, which I'm trying to dig deeper to go through all the results to see exactly what that means. Pau, how do you view a lot of this inflation? I know we'll cover oil, but we just had Norges leaving the key rate unchanged.
I think the main problem is the implication of what it really says. The Norwegian central bank, tentative as it tends to be, rather be on the caution. Very much oil will tend to undershoot on the way down. We'll talk about it. It really is not about OPEC anymore. It really is about how many shale rotary rigs are really in function in the US. And as we've seen, inventories matter, but even more so the fact that the US shale producers have really ramped up production. And only now we see what has been happening in the last 6 months.
All right, Pau and Valentin, thank you so much. They're staying with us, of course, for the hour. We just heard from the Norges Bank governor, Mr. Olsen, saying that the key policy rate will remain at today's level in the period ahead. So maybe that's one of the impacts that we're seeing on that currency.